Imagine driving your car and being rear-ended. You pull off the side of the road and the person who hits you says, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I wasn't paying attention." And then proceeds to get back in their car and drive off. You would stop them and say, "Whoa, I'm sorry," doesn't fix the damages. You need to take ownership of your actions and pay for the repairs. And let's say they reply, "No, I don't feel like fixing what I broke. I'm just gonna wave at you in passing and sweep this incident under the rug, hope you forget about it." To which you might respond, "Like hell you are." Luckily, we have the law on our side and they enforce reparation to our property. But in relationships, a person can create wreckage and just walk away, leaving us with the broken pieces to repair on our own. And some of us are so fed up and exhausted because we have been left cleaning up too many broken pieces left behind by others and being repeatedly cut in the process. Therefore, we now have a "you break it, you fix it" policy. When it comes to relationships, we are responsible for the laws we set by holding people accountable. We teach people how to treat us based on what we allow and don't allow them to get away with, by the boundaries we set or don't set. Look, I used to let people metaphorically rear end me all the time and let them off with a "I'm sorry," because, we all make mistakes and sometimes it really isn't a big deal. And I tell myself nobody is perfect. And after all, isn't like bumping into each other kind of a part of life? And that's how we learn. And most of the time, no real damage is done. So I think no harm, no foul, water under the bridge and move on. However, that rule does not apply to repeat offenders. When we let someone disrespect us once without addressing it, they'll likely do it again. And if they do it again, we really know they don't respect us. And that's how sore spots are created. When someone keeps hitting us in the same place and you hit that spot one too many times, it becomes a fracture. And eventually one of those hits will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The person who hits us only sees the surface, and that doesn't look bad because we cute, but we know and we feel the depth of the pain they caused. And if we let someone continue to hit us, they will break our spirit. They'll make us believe we deserve to be hit or disrespected. Eventually, a minor literal or metaphorical injury can cause severe spiritual or physical internal bleeding. And the way that we end this is to speak up and simply say, "Stop. It's not okay for you to do what you're doing." And sometimes when we set a boundary, a person will create distance so that they don't have to take responsibility to fix things, but then they still try to maintain a surface relationship with us from a place of necessity. That's not okay. We're allowed to say, "Look, if you want any level of engagement with me whatsoever, that requires basic human respect, which is to fix what you have broken through reparation, either by doing the work yourself or paying to have it done." It's either be brave enough to withstand the temporary sting of treating the paper cut or suffer the consequences of possible infection as a result of not tending to an injury with care when it first occurred. When we call out the minor infractions and heal those in real time, we can prevent the major infractions from snowballing into future resentments. Walking on a broken bridge is an accident waiting to happen. Don't cross a bridge for a person who broke it and made no attempt to repair it. It's your fault then when you fall in. Even when you can prove that people were wrong, they won't change unless it serves them. Because those who have power and privilege rarely take accountability for the harm they caused when they can create entire communities with little more than stories that only they find entertaining with a pair of golden handcuffs to keep their audience. It's up to us to decide who we interact with. It's vital to push people to do the right thing until either they take accountability or the mask slips and we see who they really are. Trust me, this works. Each and every time I've had to call someone out and into right action, either the relationship improved or the universe took out the trash and presented me with unforeseen gifts in its place. We can't make someone love us. We can't demand respect, but we can give ourselves the love and respect we deserve by walking away from people or situations that do not. When we get comfortable calling people out and into right action, we protect our peace, our boundaries, our health. One of the key components to maintaining my physical health has been the practice of having boundaries that call out disrespectful behaviors and hold others accountable. Even if we no longer want a relationship with this person, they are still obligated to fix what they have broken, just as they would be if it were a car accident. We stop letting the minor infractions go because we realize that staying silent isn't serving us, particularly if our silence emboldened them to hurt others after they hurt us. Speaking up saves lives. And when we hold others accountable for their behavior, they experience the natural consequences of their actions. When we don't hold others accountable, we experience the natural consequences of their actions, and that's not fair. If you'd like to know more about how to set and keep and hold boundaries and create a life you don't need a vacation from, please check out Sage Words Freedom Book 1, or you can read the article entitled Accountability 101, which you can find in the October 2023 issue of Sage Words at sagejustice.substack.com. Thank you so much for listening and supporting me and sharing these words to help someone who really needs to hear them.